Hey everyone, how are you? Hope you are well. So today I'm going to talk about the Airbnb scam I saw on Good Morning America. This is for people who are in the Airbnb space, or if you're thinking about getting into the Airbnb space. So as you know, Airbnb has been around for over a decade. People have been making money for like more than a decade, but they're not going to say nothing to you about it. Have you noticed that? So anyway, we're going to talk about this scam. So this happened over in Oregon. So just to let you know, criminals they come in, they like to pretend like criminals are black men, but criminals they come in all colors. They come in all genders. Um, they look all differently. So this happened in Oregon. So what happened is pretend you have an Airbnb. So somebody rented out the Airbnb. Person A rented out the Airbnb. Person B hacked the technology. They hacked it. So no longer is it person A that rented it out. It's person B that took it over. So now they have the access code and everything that you need to get into this Airbnb. This is person B. So what they did was they are pretending to sell a property that they don't own. So the property, the normal price in that area is 600K. So they were selling it for 220K. And so the person interested in buying um, thought, hey, this is a good deal. I'm getting this property for 220K when the area is normally 600K. So again, this is happening over in Oregon. So the criminal who is pretending that this is their property, the plan was to have them write a check instead of, going to a title company or anything like that. So the criminal was going to just get the check for a property that they don't own. And then that's how they were going to get their money. And then the person interested in buying was going to get scammed with no trace of finding out who this person is because person B hacked the technology. So tracing the person would be somewhat difficult. So um, the person in the end, so this is what happened. This is a scam that happened. So, a lesson for people who are in the Airbnb space or you're thinking about getting into the Airbnb space, ways to protect yourself. Um, just think that people have all kind of thoughts in their minds. You have a criminal mind, and then you have a regular mind. So you have good mind, and then you have an evil mind. So the evil mind is trying to scheme and scam and think up if I do this, then this will happen. Like they're trying to think ahead. So if they say this, I'm going to say that. So anyway, this is what's going on in the Airbnb space. So in order to keep yourself safe, if you are the good personality, if you are a buyer and you're looking to buy a property, then you don't just hand a check to somebody. There needs to be a third party involved. And that third party is generally the title company. So having a third party involved is a way to protect yourself. Not just saying, okay, you own the home, okay, here's the payment. So if you are a buyer, making sure that there is some form of third party involved in this transaction. And like I said before, usually that third party is the title company. You are at a title company around a table and signing documents. Usually that your attorney is present, um, someone else is present. So having a third party there. Also, if you are a buyer of a property, way to protect yourself, you should know generally how much the homes are in that area. So in this instance, they knew that the area was 600K. So if the property is not what it should be, like it's half of what it should be, or even less than half what it should be, then that should be a signal to you that something is wrong. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So say you are planning to get $100,000 home, and then you see this beautiful home that's supposed to cost $100,000, and it costs 10,000. So common sense would tell you this sounds too good to be true. I'm getting ready to get a $10,000 house for a $100,000 house. So something must be wrong. So just paying attention to what your gut is telling you. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Kind of like some people in the real estate space who will sell you a dream. All right. Pay me some money. And after you get finished paying me some money, you're never going to have to work again. So if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. That's the way to protect yourself, trusting your gut if you are a buyer. So again, as a buyer, some third party needs to be there, generally a title company. And then secondly, trusting your gut when it comes down to that price, thinking that you're getting ready to get a good deal. Um, Keeping in mind the mind of a con artist, right? Okay, if you are the actual owner of the Airbnb. So there was some hacking with the technology going on. So these criminals were technology geniuses, able to get into the Airbnb system and actually hack it. So if you are actually the owner of an Airbnb or considering becoming Airbnb owners, a way to protect yourself would be to get in the habit of changing the password, not keeping the same password for too long. And then also multi-factor authentication. And then you can get to that through going through the settings on your phone. So switching things around, not keeping things the same for too long, and making the system as unhackable as you can possibly think of. So that is what is going on as far as the mind of a scam artist in the Airbnb space. This was a recent story, and it happened over in Oregon. Like I said before, somebody was able to hack in to that Airbnb system, pretend that they are getting ready to rent this Airbnb, and pretending that they're going to sell it, like pretending that they actually own the property, and then they were going to walk away with that check for a property that they don't even own. All right. So I just brought this story just so you can be aware. Being aware is always good. And then just knowing those ways to protect yourself. Like I said before, if you're the buyer, there should be some third party involved, generally the title company. And then if something sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. All right. And then as the Airbnb owner, protecting yourself when it comes down to the actual technology. There are people out here that have too much time on their hands, and they are figuring out how to actually hack and pretend that they are renting the Airbnb. Like having the ability to hack it from someone else who has already rented it. So keeping that in mind as far as the technology goes, changing that password, multi-factor authentication, and whatever else you can think of to become unhackable. as far as the technology system goes. Right. So if you like the show, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the Airbnb space? There are people in Airbnb making money that you will not believe. So, are you interested in the Airbnb space? Have you ever thought about it? Leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your nights.